And what a great day it is today. The weather is fantastic. You couldn't get a better day for the news today. Let's bring this man on straight away because we've got lots of things to talk about. Lots of good, exciting things to talk about. Here he is. There he is. There he is. And we're going to be talking about Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. You get it? Do you like that one?
It's been a bit of a slow news day, hasn't it? Apparently something's happened. Guess we'll talk about it now, but you know.
Oh my God. Well, I predicted it on Friday. I said I think it was going to happen.
I predicted it 2 years ago.
Oh, God.
If you can beat that, mate.
Yeah, he's going to resign one day.
I'm going to make another one now, mate. Remember when
what are you, Mystic Meg or Septic Peg? Yeah. What? One or the other?
Another one. So I remember I said 2 years ago, oh, he's finished. He's just like when you have a dying rat in the floorboards, you've got to put up with the smell for a bit longer. Andy Burnham's also finished before he's even started. And we just got to put up with his smell for a bit longer as well. There's my prediction. He'll last less than Starmer.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's...
He'll break a new record.
Depending on what he does. Let's just say that I think that it is going to be continuation Starmer. That's one thing that's on my mind. And let's just remind everybody about what the left are really like. There you go.
Oh, is this going to be the last time you show your Starmer memes?
Yes, it is.
Well, actually, we've got him for a couple of months yet, so we can keep rolling with them.
Well, I have to say that, well, let's give him, okay, his...
Send-off.
Yeah.
I'll give him a send-off.
Tonight he's going to the Starmer Fun Fair. Here he goes. Well, what do you think? Do you like that?
Are they mates from Ukraine?
Yep, they're the ones. Okay. Hey, did you hear that? I mean, nobody's heard anything about Zelensky. I mean, there's a rumor going around that he's been killed by the Russians. But I mean, I don't know. I can't confirm that. But nobody's seen him.
I was going to say, normally he's out and about begging for money, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's usually one of his, the first things that he does. But I have to say...
Resigned too. Maybe he's resigned too.
Well, okay. Let's make sure that we give Starmer his theme tune because others are going to get the same theme tune. Here we go.
And you're gone.
And you're gone. You are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I'm sure that we're going to be looking at another specky-eyed one later on. But, okay. Somebody, Scousers, sent these in. Right? Remember now, everybody, this is an over 18 cast. If you're not over 18, either mentally... Okay, or
that
physically.
rules out all the lefties.
Yeah, switch out.
Time to go to bed.
Yeah, switch out and switch off. All right? Get out of here. We don't want you. All right? Here we go. Here's a good one. This is from one of the Scouse wenches. I shouldn't have said that really. And one from the lads. Bye. They're naughty, those Scouse people. I'm telling you. But, we've got some friends in Liverpool, and they do like it. Anyway, Okay. Here's one that I saw today. And
It's hot inside, never mind, outside.
hot inside, how hot outside. Here's a grateful ex-married man with a judge.
Mr. Benford, I have reviewed your case very carefully and have decided to give your wife $775 a week.
That's very fair and very nice of you, Your Honor. And might I say that when I do get employed, I'll try to add a little bit of my own money to what you gonna help out with.
I'd say the same thing.
Can't have what he hasn't got.
Well, let's start moving into the political environment. And this is the first conversation that took place because when Burnham got to Parliament, they were in the garden and he met Reeves. This is the first conversation that they had between the two of them.
Oh, just fuck off. No, you fuck off. No, you fuck off. And I said it first. Oh, just fuck off. No, you fuck off. No, you fuck off. And I said it first. Oh, just fuck off.
Oh, it's going to be fun with all this, isn't it?
Oh, God. I just... well, there was one bit of... two pieces of good news. Jeremy Clarkson, he's in remission. And it was great.
Hello, everyone. Now, the more observant among you will have noticed that I'm not dead. And I'm not just not dead, I'm perfectly fine. My eyebrows in particular are looking very lustrous. And the reason why I'm fine is because the doctors caught the prostate cancer early. And they caught it early because I got tested. Now, I know a lot of you will say, oh, I don't want to be tested because it means someone will have to put their finger in me, but it's just a blood test these days. And if you go to your doctor and he says, well, I'm not going to test you because you don't have any symptoms and you're not in a high-risk category.
Listen to this.
Just lie. Just lie. Say you have got symptoms. Say that you have to get up 32 times in the night for a wee and that there's some dribbling. Because look, 10, 12,000 people, men, to be honest, men die every year in the UK from prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Don't be one of them.
No.
Get tested.
Well done, Jeremy, getting that message out because, I mean, he is definitely a bloke and he is one of the blokes. And when he says it, so it's worth it. So nobody should have any embarrassment. Well,
no, I think... I don't know if it is, but I think it should be taken as seriously as breast cancer. Where
yeah, absolutely.
Lots of screening. Maybe they do, but it's a little bit later in life, and perhaps it should be a little earlier, maybe, and more regular.
Well, I want to.
That's good news. That's good news. That's good to hear.
It is good news.
You
it's
hit
great
me with
news.
that on the podcast, and I was just like, "Whoa!"
I know it. Well, kind of. Something that we missed out at the election, the by-election last week, because everything seems to have sort of gone like.
God, yeah, that's old news now, isn't it?
Old news, yeah. But something that we all missed was an interview with Sky News with Count Binface.
I mean, if the whole thing wasn't so serious, it would be funny.
Well, it was, and he did have some actually very salient political points to make. Listen to this.
Yeah, probably so did the Restore candidate, but you never got that option. So.
Well, listen to this.
Oh my goodness. A man with a bin on his head. And it's not the Tory candidate. Looks like something out of Star Wars. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I better.
To talk to him.
No, I'm going to hand you back to.
He's not interested. Is he?
Oh right. Okay.
He's been told to speak
go on
to him.
then.
Go on then.
Right. Who are you?
My name. What kind of journalist is this? You don't know? Have a look.
I've got my list here.
Burnham.
No, I realise that. Oh, you're Count Binface, yeah?
There you go. You did go to journalism school. Excellent. Yes,
A long time ago.
I beg your pardon?
I said a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, I wouldn't have known.
Why,
Look, 20...
why are you standing in this election? Just a stunt?
It's A, because it's happening. B, I was at a loose end. C, because I believe elected mayors should serve out their terms before
There
they're
you
eligible
go.
to stand for Parliament.
Oh, you've made a sensible serious political point there.
Well, no, you're supposed to be impartial, mate. So let me...
An elected mayor should stay until the end of his term. That was a good point that he made.
I mean-
They're not stupid.
Well, I mean, they're just taken after the last, God knows, 7 or 8 prime ministers in as what many years. Yeah, becoming a pack, isn't it?
I quite like them because they do have some policies which make you laugh. Like he's going to make sure that all kebabs are priced at £2. I think I like that, but it's we've got too many kebab shops, haven't we?
Yeah, just a few.
Just a few. Well, here's Katie Lamb on some of those stores that you were talking about when we had a conversation. Here we go.
Does this look like a high-skilled professional environment to you? Because this business was allowed to sponsor high-skilled immigrants to come into the UK. So was this one. And this one. The high-skilled work visa is supposed to be used for highly specialised talent. Things like neurosurgeons, aerospace engineers and AI researchers who make massive contributions to the British economy. Instead, the visa is being abused by companies to import low-skilled workers from abroad, many of whom will then bring dependents who don't need to work at all. We're now in a situation where for every young Brit hired since 2020, 27 young non-EU migrants were hired. It's the inevitable result of a system that allows businesses to hire all sorts of cheap, low-skilled labour from abroad rather than training up British workers. The system is clearly totally broken.
Wow. Is Andy Burnham going to change it?
No.
Okay, you say no. All right, okay. Now, we're going to hear something about some of his policies later on anyway, but let's just state that he would like to take certain utility companies back into ownership. Now, the argument before has always been that it would be too expensive. All right? Now, I wasn't a big fan of Fergal Sharkey when he was in the music business. I mean, I met him on a number of occasions. And he was a good guy, and he listened to some of the concerns because he was with one of the societies that actually monitor the PRS. Anyway, he is now talking common sense about taking water back into ownership and how to do it without it costing the British public a penny. Have a listen to this.
We've been through all this.
No, well, have a listen.
How much is this really going to cost?
If you want to actually do this for nothing, government tonight can amend the audit regulations, force water companies to actually declare the cost of fixing all of this on their balance sheets as a liability. Every single company would be bankrupt within seconds, and the water companies in this country cannot go into voluntary liquidation. All of the assets automatically revert back to state ownership. There you go. We've just seized control of those companies, of all of their assets, and it hasn't cost the taxpayer a penny.
It's true. I checked it out.
Oh, right. So it won't cost the taxpayer a penny to build all those companies back up and replace all the stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, but you've got to take them back into ownership. Now, number one, a lot of the money that they're paying out, okay, to the shareholders and what have you, and the borrowings, they have to actually repay the borrowings. They're liable for the borrowings. So when they take it back under control, it's not going to cost them anything. And they will have money coming in, which they can utilize to actually rebuild the infrastructure, because these people that are in control are useless.
Yeah. We've been here before, mate. I've done a whole analysis, remember, with AI, and it worked out if the water companies had been publicly owned since they were privatised, would the money, the revenue from, well, what they'd make basically be enough to cover all the investments that was put into it privately? And the answer was, not a chance.
Well, we just take control of the investment.
although they pay themselves bonuses and stuff, there's no way in the world. Yeah, I know, but there's nowhere near enough public money to put that much investment in. Sorry.
No, I think that there is a chance. Well, I have to disagree with you.
Billions and billions on billions on all the infrastructure.
They do. Oh, come on! Look how many problems that they're all experiencing.
So where was that money coming from? The taxpayer. It would have cost way more.
They're still getting it from the taxpayer.
Okay, so we're all right. Well, I done the analysis anyway, and it was proven that wouldn't have worked. So,
all right, okay. Well, that was proven, but I don't know.
That was proven how you can take them back.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to be running them.
And you're not responsible for their borrowing. They have to sort that out.
Who has to sort it out?
The companies, the original owner companies. They have to sort out.
They just said the state's going to take them all.
No, we take them, but we don't take the debts. We take them. The debts, they stay with the water companies.
Yeah, because they're going to be well up for that, aren't they?
Well, it's tough luck, isn't it?
Well, they'll just fold. They'll just fold them, won't they? And then we are left with the debt.
No. Well, they can do, but whoever they borrow the money from, we need to find that out.
Who's going to run all the water then when all those companies are folded and no one else knows how to do it?
I am. I'm going to take him over. I'm going to be the master of all water because I get up 32 times in the night.
It's the same old socialist communist nonsense that's been repeated and failed in the past. I'm just going to go and do it all over again. May as well get Keir Starmer back, mate, if we're going to just keep going round in circles. And in fact, you never know. I thought this would be his final flip-flop. Bit like it's the final flip-flop. Maybe he's got one more.
Oh, we're going to get done for copyright now.
I already went. Maybe he's got one more flip-flop in him and he's going to run against Burnham. It wouldn't surprise me. He could have changed me. I've changed my mind.
They might have come across the wrong time to actually go back into the EU because look at what's happening.
Yeah, let's go.
We're finally changing European migration policy.
It is a very big success of the right coalition.
And we're now going to build big, beautiful return hubs
to fight against illegal immigration.
These double standards are unacceptable. The majority of the parliament has rejected a request for a tribute for Henry Novak.
This is an immense victory.
It might be worth rejoining. And now look at this.
I believe that it was not according to the dignity of this House, especially the chanting of racist charged slogans.
I have never felt as unsafe in this Parliament as after the voting about the return regulation.
So, why don't we actually turn around to him and say, well, it's okay, we're going to build our own hub. Okay, and everybody that came from you, we're putting them in there, and then we're going to send them back to your hub, and then they can migrate from hub to hub to hub.
Honestly, it's like upside down world. It's like what was it in Makerfield? It was excuse before the election. If we lose, the Restore took our votes, and then afterwards, when that didn't transpire, we lost because Labour took our votes. And then when we left the EU, everyone was like, hey, if you'd have stayed in the EU countries would have took your migrants back. And now they're going to detain them all and deport them. And I'm just like, oh, you people chat shit.
It's a big conspiracy. They want us back in the European Union, and they're going to try and attract us with this. Well, it isn't going to work.
That was my prediction about, 3 or 4 years ago? The EU will become right-wing, and then it'll be worth joining again. Well.
It's happening. It's
Still
happening.
Not joining again, but we'll just send them all our migrants, and they can detain them. There you go. That's cheaper for us,
Send them to their hub.
Right. As soon as you're detaining them and sending them back, here's all the ones you've sent us. Woohoo! Just absolute.
You sounded like Michael Jackson then.
Yeah. No, I'm not spending money on planes, mate. You just stick them all back in them dinghies and just kick them back out into the channel.
Indeed.
France is that way, and then Africa's a little bit further than that. So, yeah.
That way. Okay, well,
it depends which way you're pointing. I'm on a
with
webcam.
everything that's going on today, David Starkey, he's one of your favourite guys, isn't he? You like him.
He is my favourite Starkey after Mrs. Jeanette Starkey.
God, you dastardly bastard.
You come close there, don't worry.
Oh, thanks.
Well,
That's
hang
so
on,
good
you've
of
got
you.
Oh, hang on, you've got kids. Well, maybe 56, do you know what I mean?
Well, here's David, and he's basically calling the UK a rogue state under Labour, but here it is.
I don't know, I think
We
Jeanette
are
went above him when he
genuinely, I
started
think,
slagging off
at a
Restore.
moment, I would argue, of a national crisis which is comparable only to the First and Second World Wars. I would possibly go even further. I think we are, which is why I've been using, when I've been talking about what needs to be done, the language of grand constitutional change. I think we are at the stage of the equivalent of the reign of Charles I or the reign of James II.
Yep.
We are a state which has turned against its people, a state which has become the principal danger to the survival of the nation. I mean, the thing that's most striking about the Starmer government, it basically hates Britain. It basically hates
I agree.
the British. Look at Hermer. Lord Hermer, the Attorney General, this absurd obsession with giving away the Chagos Islands, this absurd obsession.
You know, you look at it, and he's absolutely spot on in the way that he's saying it. But I know you probably, Peter O'Byrne is not one of your favourite people, but when he describes Starmer, I mean, he really goes to town.
For the last 4 years, Keir Starmer has been in charge of a brutal, inhuman, pitiless political machine. But you simply wouldn't know about that if you read or watched the mainstream British media. 5 years ago, Boris Johnson was elected Prime Minister, and no questions asked, even though his election campaign was a pack of lies. Much the same thing has happened with Keir Starmer this time. His brutal authoritarianism, well documented by the way, has been totally ignored by the mainstream British media. And the reason why client journalism is a worry is that Sir Keir Starmer has a lot of serious questions to answer. He tells lies, just like Johnson. He's actually quite authoritarian. He's run a very ugly political machine on his way to power. We need to know about that.
Now, I totally agree with the guy's point of view about Starmer, because I called it out. I think the guy's evil. And when we started to actually seriously look at the successes of Keir Starmer, what he did.
Yeah, there's his achievements.
There they are.
Well done, son.
I mean,
so many to mention. It's like Keir Starmer's greatest hits.
Look at it.
You've probably missed a few as well, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, look how many there are there. Fake 22 billion black hole, 22.3% pay rise for the doctors, attempts to join the EU by stealth. Well, it looks like we're going to go back anyway if they're going to come up with these hubs. But anyway, NI tax rises, 500 million. Yeah.
There's one that sticks out, mate. Spaffed 8.3 billion on British Energy.
British Energy.
Wonder how much they can spaff on British Water and British Rail and all the other crap they're going to seize the means of control of. The absolute communists keep these bunch of Fabians and probably every government away from everything.
What I like was he said, "Free the sausages."
That's the best one, wasn't it? Free the sausages. Like, why did he? That must have been on his auto cue. Someone must have been playing a trick on him there. Do you reckon someone didn't really like Israel? One of his Palestinian mates, one of his pally wankers did his thingy for him, auto cue.
I know. But when you look, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So I thought to myself, I was going to come up with something, and I found this. And this was Starmer's weekend.
That he had. Boys on there. See any rent boys? Sorry. Just talking out loud.
Starmer's weekend before today.
Definitely right in it.
I can keep hanging on. I know that I can do it. I shouldn't resign. It's not the right course of action. Britain needs me. I need me.
Keir! How long is this going to carry on for? You need to resign!
Victoria, I have decided not to resign. I am loved by all the people. I am the best man for the job.
But they don't want you anymore, Keir.
He still believes
and
it.
Furthermore, if you don't resign, then I am going to replace you!
Victoria, what do you mean you will replace me?
I had suspected you would remain stubborn and cling on. So some months ago, I decided to sequence your DNA and mix it together with Andy Burnham's, and the results were staggering. Allow me to introduce Andy Starmer!
Hey, you guys!
Mary, Mother of Jesus, what is this? It's some kind of midget version of Andy Burnham mixed with Sloth from the Goonies.
Who you calling Sloth, you great big letdown? I am your successor!
Andy is going to be so much better at leading the country than you.
Oh, God, I'm going to miss all these, but I'm sure Burnham's going to be just as much fun.
Well, I mean, here's a visual of all the lies that this guy did. I mean, I was so made up to see that he'd resigned, and I've got his resignation speech, to show everybody. But,
oh, good, because I haven't watched him crying enough today, to be honest.
I know.
Only about 1 million times.
Here's the lies of Keir Starmer.
I want to pay tribute to Jeremy Corbyn, who's a friend as well as a colleague.
Even Corbyn
Jeremy Corbyn a friend.
No.
Now you missed that.
To make the case for freedom.
You wouldn't call Jeremy Corbyn a friend.
No. We have to make the case for freedom of movement. We don't want open borders. Freedom of movement has gone and it's not coming back.
Cutting off power, cutting off water.
Well, I think that Israel does have that right. I was not saying that Israel had the right to cut off water, food, fuel or medicine. Wounded by the media, the sun in this city, a hurt for this city. And I certainly won't be giving any interviews to the Sun during the course of this campaign.
Did you write an article for some newspaper the other day? Surely that's not going to gain you any support across the Northwest.
Would you write for them again, Sir Keir?
I would do, yeah.
Can you guarantee that under your leadership, the 2019 Labour commitments to nationalise water, energy, rail, the Royal Mail, they'll all be in Labour's next election manifesto?
I've made that commitment.
Will you nationalise the big six energy companies, yes or no?
No.
No, you will not.
By the Home Secretary was the wrong decision, and I think it was a rushed decision.
In 2019, you said stripping her of her British citizenship was the wrong decision. She's lost her appeal to regain it. Should she be allowed to appeal again? Should she be allowed back here in order to face justice in the UK?
I think the court decision yesterday is the right decision. The Labour Party in opposition needs to be the Labour Party in power. And a government doesn't go on picket lines. A government tries to resolve disputes. I'm really pleased to be here this morning supporting the staff at McDonald's who are on strike. Air quality, climate change is the issue of our time. And as the Extinction Rebellion protest showed us this week, the next generation are not going to forgive us if we don't take action. I think they're wrong. I think their action is wrong.
There it is. There's the proof of all those things put together. How he flip-flops. I know, and they're just lies. Okay?
Bro, there's so many, John. I tried to do something similar myself, and it just never ended. And I just thought, I can't be bothered. And then someone else done it anyway. I'd still be doing it now, mate. After the first year, I'd still be going. It's wow.
Well, before we hear the resignation speech and go on to Andy Burnham, here's the phone call that he made to Trump, and then Trump tweeted it.
Oh, wasn't that hilarious? I think he put the final nail in, didn't he? Pushed him over the edge.
Yo, this is Donald speaking. What's up?
Hey, Donald. It's Keir Starmer here. Can I ask why the hell did you post that Truth Social telling the world about my resignation tomorrow?
Get rid of you.
It was supposed to be a massive surprise that no one could have predicted at all. This just looks terrible now. Why, Donald? Why?
Look, Keir, you're a nice guy, but take my truth as a compliment. You've surrounded yourself with losers who have said terrible things about me. Your lunatic net zero energy secretary, Ed Miliband, in 2016 wrote, and I quote, "Racist, misogynistic, self-confessed groper just one presidency. Then there's that mastermind loser David Lammy, who is now your deputy prime minister. In 2017 wrote, and I quote, "I will be on the streets protesting racist and KKK neo-Nazi sympathizer Trump."
Fair enough. When you put it like that, maybe you've got a point. Can I ask then, do you have any jobs going over there? Maybe head of some American organization that is ripping off everyone here in the UK?
Not right now. There may be some positions available in Ukraine, though. Give Zelensky a call. I wish you well, Keir. Take care.
Okay, thanks. Cheerio, Donald. It's been memorable, that's for sure.
Is he crying again?
Indeed.
Funny that, because I bottled it. Look, I bottled some of his tears there. Look, so we've been drinking
tears. Very
Keir's
good.
tears all day. Cheers, Keir.
Well, do you want the version without the music, or the version of his resignation speech with the music?
Without the music, it's been doing my head in that.
You know, well, I love hearing "Ode to Joy" in the background. You know, when he's speaking.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everyone's seen this already anyway. But
well, here's the one without the music.
Every decision I've taken has been about putting the country I love first.
Bollocks.
That is why I will resign as leader of the Labour Party. I have spoken to His Majesty the King this morning to inform him of my decision. I will ask the National Executive Committee of the Labour Party has been about putting the country I love first. That is why I will resign as leader of the Labour Party. I have spoken to His Majesty the King this morning to inform him of my decision.
That was a reaction. Oh my God. Okay.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
Walking up this street 2 years ago was the proudest moment of my life. A new Labour government, the first in 14 years. A page in our country's history turned after years of disappointment and despair.
This is real, the music in the background.
To change the lives of millions of people for the better. That's what I came into politics for. The journey to that point was not easy. 6 years ago, I inherited a Labour Party that was politically, financially, and morally bankrupt. I was told time and time again that my party was finished, that we were consigned to history, that a majority at the general election, let alone a landslide majority, was impossible. But we proved those people wrong.
Ode to Joy. That's a celebratory song in the background going on while he's on there. I wonder who chose that particular piece.
Can we hear him cry one more?
Yes. Here we go.
Not against our national flag. The hard work of change was with a singular purpose. Not power for power's sake, but to change Britain for the better.
Really?
To build a fairer country with dignity and respect, where everyone is seen, everyone is valued, wealth and opportunity for all, not just the privileged few. And look at what we've achieved in just 2 years. An economy that is stronger, growing faster than our peers. Wages rising faster than inflation in every single month since we came to power.
Okay.
Investment secured, infrastructure being built. An end to austerity. With the fastest fall in NHS waiting lists for 17 years. The biggest improvement in rights for workers and renters in a generation. The biggest uplift in defence spending since the Cold War.
Is this guy from?
Small boat crossings falling, asylum hotels closing, protecting young people from social media, and 500,000 children being lifted out of poverty because of the choices that I made. Our reputation in the world restored, with Britain once again standing up for decency, respect and the rule of law, securing trade deals, standing with Ukraine, standing up for our values and rebuilding our relationship with our allies in Europe. Change promised by a Labour government.
Brilliant, Frankie.
Change fought for by a Labour government. Change delivered by a Labour government.
Great that, Frankie.
Replacing Stalin with Burnham is like being a child in hospital being told the Jimmy Savile visit is cancelled, but you can hear the echoes of a didgeridoo down the corridors.
There's been some belters, hasn't there? What was the one last week? It's like shitting your pants and changing your hat.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well
you're going to
done.
cry. Just get on to the bit where he cries again, mate.
Oh no! Let's get on to Burnham.
Well, in that case, I'll drink some more of Keir's tears. There you go.
There you go.
Keir's
Go
tears.
for
Happy days. Have some of that Keir. Oh,
Well, here's
salty
Burnham,
bread.
and he's parachuting in.
Parachute back out. That's possible. Airlift for Andy Burnham.
Oh, it's you, Andy, parachuting in from Makerfield. Congrats on the win. I can give you a great job in my cabinet. Secretary of State for tea, biscuits and general morale. How does that sound?
I'm sorry, Keir, but I'm here to replace you, not to join your mental chair dance cabinet. I know you've done everything in your power to destroy and completely wreck the UK over the last 2 years, but now it's time for me to go much further and faster. See you later, Keir. Cheerio.
What do you think?
I think we're just swapping a human rights lawyer who loved jihadis for a ex-mayor of Manchester who loved jihadis.
That's another viewer saying, great one, Frankie.
Yeah,
great one.
I'm not seeing you for a while.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, okay, kiddo.
But just back to Keir there. Those tears, John, that was nothing to do with him wanting to fix the country or regret for all the stuff he's absolutely botched. It was all about him.
Yeah.
It was all about boo-hoo, I've been pushed out, I've been assassinated politically. Ooh-hoo, feel sorry for me. Sorry, I'm just going to drink. I might drag this out. I'm just going to drink some more of his tears.
You know, well, there again, look, there's all his successes that he was talking about.
Yeah, nice.
You know, I mean, I can't, you know.
Success.
That's what I can't get over.
Yeah, and half the things he said, John, were just total bollocks. Do you notice the way he went, we've been growing faster than our peers? What, you mean the EU?
In the EU or the G7? Which one?
But compare us to probably America and China and all that. They were absolutely shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever, Keir. Economy saved my arse. Out of austerity. Really? Really, mate? Well, wages faster than inflation. Well, not really. You're going to tax everyone to the hill. And then everyone's bills go up because you won't drill, baby, drill. He's an absolute... And Burnham, he's just coming in now and he's going to have the same problems. It's the same Labour Party.
Yeah.
Apart from he's a bit more of a... I don't know, he appears to be a bit more of a socialist. So
well, we don't know. We don't know his policies yet. But Douglas Murray gives a breakdown on his... Well,
we
not
do.
quite.
We do. Labour
just
Party,
have a listen.
Same old shit. Yeah.
Well, all right, okay. Here's
Go on, play it.
Dougie. Here's Dougie.
Same shit.
He has criticised the optics of how Starmer's government has communicated its failures while offering no evidence that the substance of his own approach would produce different outcomes.
Exactly.
This is the pattern with Burnham throughout his career. He is extraordinarily good at signalling dissatisfaction with the status quo while being remarkably vague about what he would actually do instead.
Correct.
He criticised austerity under the Conservatives without ever quite specifying which spending he would have protected and how he would have funded it. He criticises Starmer's handling of the cost of living crisis without specifying which of the difficult fiscal choices he would have made differently. The pattern is consistent because the strategy is consistent. Position yourself as the reasonable alternative without ever exposing yourself to the scrutiny that comes with having an actual, detailed, costed plan. This works well as a media strategy. It does not work as a basis for governing a country in crisis. Let me address something specific, because it matters and because Burnham's defenders will say, I am being unfair. Burnham has talked about the need for Labour to take immigration concerns more seriously. This sounds, on the surface, like exactly the kind of honest engagement with public anxiety that Starmer's government has so conspicuously failed to provide. But listen carefully to what Burnham actually says when pressed on specifics. The language softens. The commitments become vague. He talks about understanding people's concerns while offering nothing that resembles an actual policy that would reduce the number of people crossing the channel illegally or the billions being spent housing them once they arrive. This is not leadership. This is the appearance of leadership constructed for an audience that has stopped listening to the actual content of what politicians say and started responding only to tone. Burnham has mastered tone. He has never demonstrated that he has anything beyond it. There is a deeper problem here, and it goes to the heart of why Burnham would not, in fact, solve any of the problems currently destroying Starmer's government. The crisis facing Labour is not fundamentally a crisis of personality. It is not that Starmer is uniquely wooden or uniquely uncharismatic and a warmer, more relatable leader would fix everything. The crisis is one of substance.
Now, one of substance. Now, you're sitting here, and I'm listening to that, and every single sentence nails it. It really, really does. And what he's saying is that this guy is more style over substance. So he's great at empathizing. He's great at understanding, which is what they do. And the mere fact that they do not follow through with anything which is tangible in terms of something that the people can grab a hold of, then that's why politicians have lost all credibility. All credibility. And right now, all they're doing is they're gathering around Keir to say what a great guy he is, because he's had the choice of doing what's best for the country. And he did what was best for the country. And he resigned. And they're saying that's a good thing?
It's because their thinking's retarded, because we're going to get the same. We're going to get welfare through the roof. We're going to get higher taxes. We're going to get more immigration. He's going to ramp up the workers' rights.
Yeah.
There's going to be more censorship. Yeah, socialists have got no clue how the economy works. There's going to be no money for them. There's going to be no patriotism. There's going to be more lies. The only policies that are going to fix the main issues are right-wing policies. Is he going to do something like what Liz Truss tried to do? No, because he wouldn't be allowed. Is he going to try and fix immigration with something like Farage or Rupert Lowe would do? No, he's not going to be allowed. He's not going to do it because that's not their ideology. So they're just going to go deeper and harder on what they've been doing already. But he's going to try and make it look nicer to the public, is he?
Yeah.
Brilliant, great. Guy's an absolute fraud. He's literally when did he join politics? Like when he was 15. Has he ever done a real job?
No, he's never had a real job.
No, so he's just the swamp. So he's Starmer 2.0.
Yep, that's exactly what I think.
Look that difference. I tell you what, mate, he'll be great within about 3 months, mate, and he'll be going bah, 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 and he's just a puppet. Because I tell you what, John, do you think he'd be allowed anywhere near this if he wasn't a weft puppet and the establishment didn't
I go with that.
Controlled. Yeah, he's a fraud, mate.
He's continuation. Well, so, here's a breakdown of what one newspaper thinks of his political views. Here you go.
Are Andy Burnham's political views. With a political career over more than 30 years, it's no secret Andy Burnham would like to one day be Prime Minister. And with his win in the Makerfield by-election, he moves closer to that goal and is expected to challenge Sir Keir Starmer. But what would a Labour government led by Burnham look like? His ideology is based around what he calls Manchesterism, to devolve power from Westminster, reduce Treasury control over public spending, and boost growth via infrastructure investment. And he wants to bring energy, water and rail services back into public hands. When it comes to the economy, he recently said in interviews he would abide current fiscal rules, but his long-term goals include a 10% starting income tax rate for low earners, raising the top rate to 50%, and replacing council tax with an asset value-based land tax that would increase taxes in London and the South East. On immigration, he backs plans to reduce illegal immigration, advocating for greater use of detention to quickly deal with and return invalid claims. And for housing, he wants a £40 billion council housing investment, opposes the right to buy scheme, and supports introducing rent controls. Burnham is also a long-time supporter of trans rights and criticised the Supreme Court ruling defining sex as biological sex in the Equality Act. He has advocated for a new consensus rather than strict legal exclusion. But will he become Prime Minister?
Well,
brilliant, yeah. So we're going to have more season of the means of production. We're going to have we're going to have trials on children with puberty blockers.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! I'll tell you what, this is going to be even better, isn't it? What a disaster, Labour Party! You are an absolute joke, and you're never going to fix nothing. So you may as well all step aside, and let patriots run the country, because these are running it into the ground. But good luck, Fabians.
Well, here's something that the press are sitting on a story right now. But before I do that, okay,
I haven't said that.
I knew you were going to do it. Before you do.
Like you do, like I do before you do, right? The media are all in this. They're all in this together. The establishment.
Yep.
Because how long ago was Andy Burnham the new Prime Minister? No one even knows if he's going to win or are they going to have an election, or are they? Or are we just going to get the two-party just rolling over this? Well, you'll vote someone in as Prime Minister, and then we'll get sick of them, and we'll replace them. And like with, which one was it? Was it Sunak, or was it one of them? Wasn't even voted for by the Conservative members. Just some MPs went, we'll have him. It's like, well, hang on, no, hundreds of people, thousands of people voted for her. Oh, no, establishment don't want her. So is he just going to walk into this? As Streeting and all them just going to step aside? I can't see it personally, because there's going to be people who've been round Starmer who've got a sniff of power, and they're like,
Streeting is backing Burnham.
Yeah, but what Labour would probably be better here, all rallying round Burnham and installing him, yeah, because then there's unity in the party. But that's not right, is it?
Well, no, because we're going to have
you're going to pay your Labour Party subs, and then you get no say in anything, like the Conservatives. And we just
listen.
Oh, democracy all the time, John. But it's just whenever it suits them again, isn't it?
Okay, all right. But I'm against what's going on now. That's why I want a general election, because 0.3% of the population are going to decide who our next Prime Minister is now, and I don't want that. I know I want a general election. I want to call it now. Let's get it out, and because if this guy's going to be coming out with supposedly new ideas, then realistically that's got to go to the public. But they're having their leadership election on the 9th of July.
I hope he loses. It'd be hilarious. I love Starmer. He'll probably, as I say, Starmer's got one last flip-flop in him, Johnny. He'd be back. Actually, hello, everybody. I've to change my mind. I want to complete the job I started and fucking the whole country up. I'm back.
Well,
it'll be that AI mix of him and Burnham.
Well,
guys, I'm back.
Just for our record, I'm going to show Andy Burnham swearing in at Parliament.
We now come to Andy Burnham, member for Makerfield.
Not going to team up for Makerfield anymore, will he? The lucky Makerfield, you just voted for that donkey.
Rome is saved.
I swear by Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles, his heirs and successors, according to law. So help me God.
Is that the Quran? Is that the Fabian handbook?
Naughty boy.
Oh, he's so hilarious. Oh, we're going to have to endure this, aren't we now? And he's like the best thing since sliced bread.
Turn the water into wine.
But he'll laugh at every word he says. It won't last long.
Watch this. Just carry on watching, and we'll see if you notice anything.
Yeah, they're all laughing like he's funny.
Watch. Look who's in the background as well.
Oh, Justin of Matters.
Yes, that's the guy.
I know why he's got a big grin on his face, because he's getting back into the cabinet, isn't he? Oh, this is set to be so much better than what we've got now, isn't it?
Oh, of course.
More dull as dishwater MPs.
I wonder, is Justin going to go collecting litter around Parliament?
Justin Mathers, the copy-paste MP, where you ask him about a problem, and then 3 months after the vote, he copies and pastes something that the opposition government, well, it was when he was in opposition, something the government have put on a petition.
Yeah.
And he just talks to you like a robot. Yeah, brilliant. Well done, Justin, yeah.
Well, before we get on to the end vid and we get out of here, there are certain stories that the press are sitting on at the moment about Burnham. They're just waiting for a few things to die down and he gets settled in if he gets elected as the new leader. And here's one of the stories that this guy has actually got. Here you go.
What are Andy Burnham's political views?
Sorry.
With a political career over more...
Just before you think Andy Burnham's going to save the country, the press and the other parties are sitting on this and looking furiously to try and find a link between Darren Whittaker and Andy Burnham, which should be interesting. So there was nearly £1 billion given to Manchester to try and make affordable housing, to just try and make the bloody place better, right? Notice Liverpool didn't get that much, to make it better. And it was like 980 million. 600 million has gone to Darren Whittaker's company. And they haven't built any affordable housing whatsoever. It's all big skyscraper-y stuff and 500k flats. So just when Andy gets his... I mean, they don't need to do anything at the moment. They're waiting to see if Andy actually ever gets anywhere. But they're just keeping it in the back. If they can prove a link between Darren Whittaker and his company, which is called Renneker. Renneker, if they can find any link at all, anything, that's Andy finished.
Wow.
Well, you think so, wouldn't you? Because, I mean, Keir Starmer was finished every week. But I think I was watching...
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Andrew Bridgen, I think it was.
Yep.
And he said earlier on Dan Wootton that one of Andy Burnham's last things as mayor was to hand out a huge contract to a company who his wife's involved with.
Correct. About a £5 million contract it was to supply an infrastructure for electric vehicles. That's interesting, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? So, there you go then. We're going to have more climate alarmism. Oh, brilliant. So actually, we'll have climate extremism. We'll have more trans extremism, won't we? We'll have more immigration. Oh, I tell you what. Definitely shitting your pants and changing your hat. Do you hear that didgeridoo coming down the corridor? Can you guess what it is yet? Yes, it's another
talking about
by the Fabians.
Talking about Australia, I wonder if Albanese over in Australia is looking and seeing very carefully what's happening to Keir. And I think because his policies are so similar to what Starmer's is, I'm pretty certain that he's going to be rethinking, going back to the blackboard and rethinking his position.
Doubt it, because they're all thick. They're all very low IQ, John. We were saying this in a conversation with some other people. These socialists, these Fabians, it's all there in history, mate. The repeated failure of their ideology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they will just block that out and go, it's okay, we can make it work this time. You know, like all the other socialists who tried to make their version work.
Yep.
You know, like pretty much all the dictators of the past, the Mussolinis, the Hitlers, the Stalins, the Maos. You know, they all had their version and we can make it work. Oh, great.
Okay.
The problem is, though, before you do, one last point. The reason you'll never get through to them is because these people are so stupid, they don't realise how stupid they are. So, in Keir Starmer's world, we think he's evil, right?
Oh, he is.
In his mind, though, he's doing the right thing. And in Andy Bear and all these Fabians, they're doing the right thing. They're doing the right thing. Yeah, Mao thought he was doing the right thing. Stalin, and then everyone dies in a famine.
True. Okay.
Yay. Rich people, watch out. You might want to be...
they're coming for you.
Leave.
They are coming for you.
And then watch all the poor people try and milk the rich people again with the benefits, not because there's nothing left.
No more interruptions. I want to tell the listeners something.
Before you do.
No, you get lost.
Before you do, can I just have one last sip of Keir's tears?
That's it. I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you individually. Okay? Here we go.
Beautiful.
We are now up to 10,000 followers.
On Facebook.
On Facebook. And we want to thank everybody, that's joined. And we've only been on Instagram for a little while. And we're up to, I think, we're over 2,000 on that. So we just want to say thanks very much. Some of the reels that we're putting out, one of the most recent ones got 650,000 views. So, yeah, we're very happy, and we'd like to thank everybody, who's been watching, and we're glad they enjoy the things, because we do get people coming in to us and letting us know. Okay.
Smash that in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
When you look at the other platforms and you're thinking it's been years and you don't even get that traction. So fair play to Meta and Zuckerberg. I never thought to hear myself say that.
Right. Well, I'm going to ask you, Stats, to make a decision, but I want you to pick one of the end vids. So I'm going to give you a choice of 3, but I want you to pick one of them. And I want you to sort of sense psychically which one I'm actually looking at you to pick. You ready? First one, Plastic Keir, the fraud. Second one, Don't Look Back in Anger. And the third one, another specky twat in number 10.
It's got to be Don't Look Back in Anger.
Oh. Well, in that case, then I'm doing this one, and this is it.
I'll go with the third one, mate. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to have to drink some more of Keir's tears because they aren't half tasty.
Well, here it is. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks for the comments.
I'll go with the third one. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. John's about to play the video I didn't pick.
Here we go. And you'll love this. Everybody will love this. This is great. Crew Kern Gazette.
They're on fire, aren't they? Follow them. Watch them. Enjoy. Rainer for PM. David Lammy.
Packed his bags. He's slinking from the throne. Burning's at the door with the same old drone. King of the North, what a load of old tosh. Same Labour script with a Manchester gloss. Oldham, Rochdale, questions left to rot. Now he wants the top job. Pull the other one, you clock. Mid-staff's on his watch. Now he's back with a grin. Same busted party, different specs walking in. Another specky twat in number 10.